That's what it sounded like.
Oh, no. See, when I laugh at you, it's more like this. Just for future reference.
Man, y'all butchered that song.
Hey, see, I'm telling you, if the Commodores heard you singing, they'd tie you down to the tracks and run you over with the Soul Train.
I can understand why you're threatened. After all, you two possess absolutely no musical ability. Face it, you're so jealous you're green.
All right, but just out of curiosity, Carlton, what color are you?
Will Smith. The Fresh Prince has left the building. He has left the building. Oh, I saw you at the fight, man.
Oh, yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. Big George looked good.
You think so?
Yeah, Big George looked good.
No, I think Big George looked big.
Not really big. What's Big George, 172?
107.
He's 172 years old, right?
Right.
No, he looked good out there. No, but you know what? I think that he had a good showing, you know? I don't think he was embarrassed. I think that he put on a good show and he put on a good fight. Now, I think it's good for our culture that George Foreman didn't win. Because it would have been like 96-year-old painters getting their ladders back out, you know, trying to climb. It'd have been like 104-year-old telephone repairmen climbing back up them big poles and stuff like that.
Say, I can do it if George can do it.
If George can do it, I can do it. So
what is George, 42?
I don't know. How old is George Foreman?
40. I think he is about 42. And what was it? Was he about 380 pounds?
396. He came in 396 pounds.
And took up half the ring.
Yes.
Evander was just moving around going, man, let me get in the ring too. I got to get in here. And George, no, you can't come in here. Yeah,
but George Foreman, he definitely trained. I thought he was in
He trained at McDonald's is what he did.
But I'm telling you, I was surprised. I thought that he looked good. Because it's like George Foreman threw a body shot at Evander Holyfield that was one of the ugliest sounds I've ever heard in my life. Because that was the first fight that I've ever actually been there. Man, a body shot is a lot worse than getting hit in your head. It's like, for me, if I was a boxer, hit me in my head, don't hit me in my body. Because he hit Evander Holyfield with a shot, and give me a camera. Evander said, and I don't want to make those faces. It was ugly. And the fight before that, Tommy Morrison.
Oh, that was a good fight.
No, he hit that guy in his
in the ribs.
Yeah.
Oh, that poor guy. What was his name?
And the Russian guy.
Yuri. Yeah, Yuri.
And he like covered over.
No more, please.
It's like that, but it's like when you get hit in the ring like that, it's like, you know how they come out tough and they're men and everything. It's like they get real feminine when those punches start throwing.
Oh yeah.
Real, because it was like, ow, hold up, wait, you don't hit me like that. Hold up, somebody cut these gloves off. He is not gonna hit me like that. Man, it gets ugly in the ring though. It gets ugly in the ring.
I like when they talk to him after the fight, and it's like it's no big deal. And Evander was like, I had fun. I had fun. I don't think so. You got punched. And Foreman, man, he didn't care. Foreman, it was like, you know what? I fought him, I lost, and I'm gonna take this money and buy more hamburgers. Thank you.
But you really thought George looked bad, man?
Well, you know what it was? It was like, man, it was Holyfield hit him. And you know how you like throw a pebble in the pond and it ripples?
Yeah.
His fat would ripple. It was like, and Foreman would go, and that was just odd. It was like, I couldn't stand it anymore. Holyfield go boom, and then Foreman go,
That's a good sound, too. What's that sound?
And he was like, this man getting like $10 million to stand up there and go, so I could have done that, man.
That's a good sound. I like that sound.
Okay, I'll put that on tape for you. Yeah, speaking of sound, when is your album gonna get out?
Oh, yeah, we just finished recording our album. I was in Philly because Philly is near Atlantic City in the fight. You know, like Atlantic City is, well, you know, Philly is near Atlantic City, and I'm from
Is that
Philly.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, let me write that down.
Philly
is near, no, okay.
But Philly is near Atlantic City. Mark that down. So I was in Philly, and we just finished our album up, and it was a rough process getting this album done too.
Why is that?
Jeff is in Philadelphia, and I'm working in LA when I was working on the show, and we were trying to do it over the phone. It's like we were trying to do a fax album.
So you mean you phoned this one in?
Yeah, we phoned this album in.
And you still want us to pay $12.99, huh?
Please?
Yeah. It's like, I phoned it in, but still give me $12.99.
But this is definitely, I feel, right up there with that. I think that our best album is definitely to come. Our best album is definitely yet to come.
Okay.
And May 20th,
okay,
we'll be premiering our video right after the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, so you can check that out. So
okay.
The first video from Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince, and we've been away for a while, and we're coming at you.
Coming at you.
New.
With George Foreman and his blah, 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 blah. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with more Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Sheena Easton, and Jill Swinburne. Don't go away. No, man, you were there sitting right up front.
Listen to a story about a man named Jed, a cool rapper type, barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some dude, and up through the ground come a bubbling crude. Oil, that is. Black gold. Texas tea. Now the first thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. Gang folks said, Jed, move away from there. Said California is the place you ought to be. So he loaded up the truck and he packed an Uzi. Beverly Hills, swimming pools, movie stars. Now the next thing you know, the neighbors had a fit. Said Jed next door was totally the pits. They knew Bel-Air was the place they ought to be. So they loaded up their trucks and they moved their families to Bel-Air, that is. No more rappers. No more Jed. Kick your feet up, y'all. Set a spell, you hear?
You brought the real Fresh Prince of Bel-Air with you.
Oh, yeah, my man Benny's back there.
He's over here. Benny Medina, come on out here. The real Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Benny Medina. Give him a round of applause.
We should explain to people what the real Fresh Prince of Bel-Air means. Damn, I thought Will was the real Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, explain the real Fresh Prince.
Explain it.
Go ahead, Benny.
It just means I'm funnier, I'm better looking. Basically, it's because when originally we thought about the idea and we thought about Will, my partner and I, Jeff Pollack, based it on my life experiences, the way I grew up and how I moved out of the intense black urban environment of South Central LA into Beverly Hills.
A more intense black urban environment.
Not at the time. It's different now. It's changed.
Yeah. Now, so you just came up with this idea, and how do you sell something like that? You just walk in and say, "Hey, my life's a sitcom."
Well, my life's a joke.
My life's a joke, and it should be on every week because it's a joke.
No, well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Probably one of the greatest selling points for the show was the fact that we.
I got a gun. No, I'm sorry.
No, I forgot. You got to get in answers quickly. You know, we had spoken with Will about the idea, and he loved it a lot. The networks were very happy to do business with him.
Yeah.
And we essentially went in and had Okay.
You nervous? You nervous?
No, I am.
Don't be nervous. But you know, it is kind of funny when you say we spoke to Will about that idea and he was interested. Like, Will didn't have a job there. Like, Will's going to sit there and go, no, I don't think I want a network sitcom, Benny. That is not in my game plan. I'm going to continue to go to the unemployment office. Thank you very much.
No, he was cool about it. He knew he was, like, when we met, I said, well, how's your record going? And he said, great, but I want to get into doing some acting and stuff like that. And he had come to L.A. solely for that purpose, you know. And we went in, we had a meeting with Brandon Tartikoff and Warren Littlefield, that whole crew, and told them about the idea. And they thought it was a cool idea, and they loved him after seeing his videos and stuff like that.
That's terrific. You just said, based on my life.
You like that, huh?
You got it. Yeah.
Idea realized.
There you go. A hit sitcom. I like it. Now we must explain who you are. I mean, Benny is a record executive. And go ahead, Warner Brothers. You go and tell them about what you do.
Benny.
Tell them what you do, Benny. Don't be ashamed. Go ahead.
Shy.
Yeah.
Tell me what you do, Benny.
And according to Soul Team, which I read every week, he had made, what they say, $1 million by the time he was 30. They said a self-made millionaire business executive. These were the quote, and I'm gonna borrow money after the show. But tell them what you do. Don't be ashamed, Benny. Tell them what you do, Benny.
Tell me what you do.
First of all, it was.
Tell me what you do, Benny.
It was Ebony magazine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was Ebony. Okay.
Soul Team. Likely I'll be in Soul Team. I am a vice president, Warner Brothers Records, and I'm involved with the careers of everybody from Big Daddy Kane to Karen White and Albie Sure and
Byron Allen. Yeah. I love you, Benny. I love you. I like to thank Benny Medina for this award. So, that's good, man.
I think everybody should have the chance in their life of doing this, just to see how nervous you can get with these guys.
Relax, Benny. I'll lead you the right way, man.
All right.
Somebody push their keys.
So what's next for you guys?
We're working on a feature film for Will Smith currently.
Can I be in it?
That's a movie.
Byron will talk.
No, I thought it was a Super 8 short.
And we're also working in this whole arena of, like, you know, crossing over more, particularly rap artists into like television and feature film situations, because that's a great sort of an area of new performers that's coming up that Will's really in touch with. He's just started a production company, just about to release his album. We are basically strategizing the takeover of the entertainment industry.
All right. Well, include me. Let me carry your bags, please, Benny. All right, that's terrific, man. I really appreciate that. Now, we're going to go to commercial. You got to do some of that Mike Tyson. I think I can beat Mike Tyson stuff.
Oh, about the boxing?
Yeah. Go with it, with the crowd. Let's do it. Yeah. I think I can do it.
Well, see, check it out. I was in Jeff's crib one night about 8, and we were watching a couple of Mike Tyson fight tapes, and Jeff was like, man, you see how hard Mike is punched? I was like, come on, Jeff, the other guy was just lunching. Left, right, another KO. If that was me, I'd have been okay, though. The very next day, I gave my man a ring. We all got on the phone, and we all called Don King. Don said, yeah, man, what's going on here? I said, well, one thing that I want to make clear, I got my squad, and we smooth like icing, and we want to take on my man, Mike Tyson. Psych.
Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the real Fresh Prince, Benny Medina. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with Sheena Easton and Jill Clayburgh.